Welcome back, Online Video Games here, and I'm about to play Gotham City Imposters. So I got this game fairly recently. Anybody who owns this game got this game fairly recently. I think it came out earlier than the past 6 months, so this game is less than half a year old. Unfortunately, it's a downloadable title only, so unless you purchase Microsoft points, you can't buy it, which means there's no tangible disc, which is unfortunate because I prefer my video games to have a tangible element to them, because I truly don't feel like I own anything when I just own the software that could be downloaded. And if I ever get a new Xbox, I'd have to re-download it in the future though, and it just becomes a hassle to have to re-download everything. Gotham City Imposters is similar to Team Fortress 2, and I also have the NBA Jam on Fire Edition. These are other games that I have the demos of: Simpsons Arcade, X-Men, the full game. I have the full game of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and TMNT 1989 Classic, the demo once again of that game. I'm sure you guys feel the same way about buying the disc. Rarely ever do I find people who just prefer to have intangible software and not have the disc when they have the option. If you haven't seen my videos, feel free to watch them, but I'm going to most likely be talking about the same topic because I'm assuming that my audience changes for every video. Essentially, my audience is very niche. That's what I've come to the conclusion of. You see repeat viewers, but not but people that watch my videos watch different videos of mine. I doubt they watch every single video. Therefore, by talking about something I talked about 5 videos ago or even 3 videos ago, you would never know I talked about it, because if you haven't seen that video, or you're not planning on seeing it because you watch so many other videos and it gets lost within the mix, then you miss out on a potential conversation topic. So I'm going to try to keep everything as consistent as I can today. What I wanted to talk about was the past, and when I started YouTube in 2007, my channel was exploding, it was rocking, it was booming. It's kind of like the economy prior to the Depression. I remember my professor said a recession is when your friend doesn't have a job, a depression is when you don't have a job, which I thought was funny, but by definition, essentially what he also informed me that a recession was supposed to be 6 months. What is this? Oh, I have to re-download it. I forgot I had to delete it to make room. This is unfortunate. I don't have any hard drive space. I don't really have to delete my games to make room for these compatibility packages. This came with 15 gigs, and I've been using the same hard drive for 5 years. Getting back to what I was saying, a recession is supposed to be apparently 6 months from what he informed me. The depression is supposed to be longer than 6 months, so by definition the economy is currently in a depression. But I want to just go back to 2007. 2008, I guess, is when the depression, or well, I guess it was a recession then, but that's when the downturn in the economy started happening. Surprising though, at that time my channel was booming. I started my channel in October 2007. I would get thousands of upload views. At my peak, I would get, I think, 7,000 upload views a day. I would get thousands and thousands, and today I'm down to 350. I left YouTube for 2 years. I'm assuming my audience died out. What does that mean? They've moved on. They stopped playing video games. They stopped watching YouTube videos. Maybe they enter the workforce and their interests change. I don't know, but that's not what I'm concerned about. But back then I was doing something right. There was also far less competition, which made it much easier to penetrate the market. YouTube gets 4 billion views a day, and 2007 it did not get 4 billion views a day, but it was easier then. There was less competition, and competition is problematic for nearly anyone unless you have a monopoly on the market. Monopolies are illegal, so a monopoly is not possible. But getting back to what I was saying, I need to know how to be able to retain that level of viewership that I once had with today's modern day audience, and how can I get that huge level of viewership again? Well, I try to market my videos for free by utilizing social media sites such as Facebook, Twitter. I also upload my videos to other video sharing sites such as Dailymotion and Blip.tv. I use VodPod, and there's a lot of free marketing I did to promote myself, which has helped me though, but it hasn't allowed me to gain the huge level of viewership that I once had in 2007, where I would get over 2 million upload views. Since I left YouTube for 2 years, essentially from 2009 through 2011, my audience has diminished. So I'm down from thousands of views a day to only 350 views a day, and I need to reach at least 1,000 to get this partnership with TGN. Unfortunately, I'm unable to edit my videos because of my computer's limitations. It's incompatible with the video files I record in, and if I were to get Sony Vegas, I still wouldn't be able to edit my videos because of the lag. I wouldn't even be able to watch the video with improvements because of the lag that my computer gets. So essentially the startup costs and opportunity costs to be able to create quality videos, which I would edit and I would take time making, is a fortune. It's extremely expensive. It's essentially not affordable, and maybe I could possibly lay out $3,000, but I'd have to get a return on my investment to keep up the quality of my videos, because the parts become outdated fairly quickly despite spending a fortune on the computer. As technology progresses, your computer parts unfortunately become severely outdated, and then you start experiencing lag. Alright, we're going to need to make some room. So my question to you guys is, I was asking this in my previous videos, what could I do given the games I have, given the the medium that I record by, the video camera, and record in raw, unedited footage essentially? What could I do to be able to get more views without having to pay for advertisements? I saturated nearly all the social media sites, so there's very little I could do left in terms of free marketing. But what content can I deliver that you guys would like to watch, that you know that this will be unedited, but you think that it would be excellent content to view? For example, some people enjoy when people do blogs about their life, essentially, when they rant about the 411, where they show their video game collections. Maybe they show how to cook. What do you guys want to see? Maybe I start my videos in the middle of an Xbox Live match rather than the beginning. Alright, we're going to have to delete something here. Of course this would happen though. This is difficult though, because why is it difficult? By deleting something, I'm going to have to start a game from the beginning, and I'm going to lose everything that I've worked hard for. So it's a difficult decision for me to decide what to delete. I apologize about the white noise in the background, or the noise that my computer makes. It sounds like it's having a heart attack. My computer is literally dying. My computer was over $2,000, and it just is a severe amount of lag, and had I spent any less money, it would be worse. I don't want to make the same mistakes. So therefore, when I get a computer, it'll be a quality computer. It won't be a vendor trash pre-built computer. These download-only games, such as Gotham City Imposters, take up a ton of space. You can currently see that this utilizes 2.1 gigabytes. Deadliest Warriors Ancient Combat, again, utilizes 2 gigs. That game comes on a disc, but it's download only. That's what's taking up the majority of the space. You may make the argument, use a disc to delete Halo Reach or delete Halo 3. But the issue with that is that I lose my recorded matches, which has quality gameplay footage in case I want to make a video in the future about them. I don't have Deadliest Warriors anymore for the Xbox 360. I traded it in. I have it for the PS3 now. so I'm deleting that, and I think you need a disc in order to play. On top of downloading it, which really doesn't make any sense, but that's their business model they went with. Alright, so we have the space now. I just think it's unfortunate that the startup cost to be able to create quality videos is a fortune, and same with the opportunity cost. And if you have great ideas, or you're essentially held back because of financial limitations, which is unfortunate. I mean, the same concept is similar to movie directors. They may want to pursue a excellent movie, and they may have excellent ideas, but because of costs, they're unable to become a movie director. Or even people of innovative ideas, such as Walt Disney. He was one of the exceptions to the rule, though, but imagine if nobody invested in his idea, nobody funded his idea, or he had no way of getting money, then Disney World would never exist. I personally can't stand Disney World, but the concept is very profitable for the majority of people that are into the silliness with Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck, and paying a myriad of money to be in oh, I accidentally went to the wrong game. I'm getting distracted by focusing on what I'm talking about rather than focusing on the gameplay. But essentially the concept is genius. I mean, I don't like Disney World, but other people love Disney World. There seems to be a huge market for that. The population is increasing, and therefore there'll be more kids in the world. The population in America is growing very slowly. I think it's by 2%, but you have a bunch of people from different countries that travel to the U.S. and then they bring money into the economy by spending it here in the U.S. and then it increases the money multiplier, which essentially means is if Walt Disney earns money, their employees will spend money, and then from $100 you could essentially create thousands of dollars until the money is saved. This is the concept of the money multiplier, which is how the economy grows, and that's how new money is generated from old money, where it essentially multiplies. Because think about it this way, if I give, let's say I buy a $100 TV from Joe, right? Joe was selling TVs, and then Joe spends $100 to pay the electric bill, and then the electric company pays one of their employees $100, and then he purchases his food, and then the manager of the restaurant, who he purchased $100 of food from, purchases a chair, and then the owner of the chair purchases an Xbox. That just created hundreds of dollars as an economy just from $100, but that money was saved, and it ended where I spent it, and then Walt Disney socked it away. Then hundreds of dollars wouldn't have been created from just $100, if that makes any sense. The money multiplier does not grow as rapidly as that example, because the money does get saved or invested, so it's not in the economy anymore. And how you want to spend your money should be completely up to you, so there's nothing wrong with saving your money or spending it. There's either two activities you can do with your money, and my professor informed me this as well. You can either save it or spend it, and either way you're benefiting yourself. If you save it, you're essentially investing in your future, and if you spend it, you're investing in your short-term desires. I thought that we have the space to download this. Unfortunately, it's 99% complete. So getting back to what I was saying, what essentially could I do though to be able to get that huge level of viewership? And if you say you have to edit your videos, you're out of luck here. You have to get that $3,000 computer. If not, then you're just not going to be able to keep up with the current YouTubers. Well, if I get that computer, I need to start immediately, get in the partnership, start immediately making money so I can maintain the quality of my videos. If not, though, then it's just going to be a fad where I get videos for a short period of time and then my viewership dies out like it previously has. Or the situation could change where, so I'm just trying to reevaluate the other alternative. Well, that's it. I make quality videos, but then there's so much competition on YouTube though that I'm unable to maintain a higher level of viewership without having to spend a fortune on advertising. And getting spotlighted videos and featured videos and advertising, all that helps to bring attention to your videos and create awareness, but it is not affordable. So if I created quality videos, I mean, would I be able to stand out from billion machinima partners, from all the TGM partners, from all the YouTube partners, from all the YouTube users? I mean, how would I stand out any differently? I would just be another average Joe. So rather than having lower quality videos that are unedited, there would be edited videos that are like everybody else's. It would be essentially insightful. They would have decent content though, but why would you watch my videos over other people's videos? Why do you prefer my commentary over other people's commentary? I mean, I don't know. I need feedback. Alright, this is now working. Let's try to re-download this. Alright, for some reason this is taking forever. There's only 1% complete. I have no idea what's going on. I thought I freed up space. Never mind, I guess it's re-downloading. This 2011 has been a tremendous improvement in terms of moving on with the start of being able to create better videos. I mean, if you watch my previous videos where I did the unboxings, I have been able to get collector's editions for relatively lower prices, get a bunch of video games that are relatively new within the past 6 months, and get the online pass and everything included on the DLC that originally came with the game at GameFly for $10. Take advantage of excellent deals. Just be patient when it comes to getting excellent deals. I got the 46-inch 1080p TV, which I record off and which helps me with my gameplay because I have a bigger screen. And I can actually play games in HD quality, so I'm getting a better experience. I got the camera on Black Friday. This was nearly 500 plus. This was nearly 500 plus tax, or nearly 500 with tax. And this camera can store 54 hours of footage, and it can record in 1080p. So this was the next step up towards being able to produce better quality videos. And this camera can record in 1080p at 60 frames a second. And because it can store 54 hours of footage, it is very useful for the price I paid. I also got a bunch of arcade machinery. I have a driving wheel in my room that was $43. I have the perfect shots for the Wii that I can use to play House of the Dead 2 and 3 returns. I have the Kinect, I have the PlayStation Move, I have the PS2 iCam, I have the Xbox Live Vision Cam, I have the Sony shooter that came bundled with Resistance 3 and Killzone 3 in the Mayhem edition. So essentially I have the innovative controls. I nearly have everything needed to create excellent videos with the exception of a computer that can record the footage and edit it without lag. That's my main concern. And if I did that, would I be able to get views once again? I don't know. There's a ton of competition. Maybe it's too late though. Or maybe I could do something different. Maybe you could say, you know what you're doing is completely wrong. There's too much competition. You need to focus on going into a market or creating something new that has not been created or is not unsaturated. I mean, at the time I was getting over 2 million upload views, there was not as many machinima partners. Creating videos about video games was relatively new. Even if you look at game trailers back then, there's not many quality videos beyond 2006. I mean, back in 2002, 2003, the reviews, in terms of creating videos about reviews, was relatively low and relatively scarce. So what do you recommend me doing? I mean, I've done unboxings, I've done let's plays, essentially, I've done reviews, I've done commentaries. What should I do to get views again? That's my question to you guys, and I'm essentially, fortunately, I could also create creative videos, but that's not an option until I get the computer. I mean, maybe that's what I should do, because those videos are relatively rare. What I mean by creative videos is what the Ira Gamer does with Angry Nintendo Nerd does, what DSP does with Project 7. It's creating series that are completely original, which nobody has done before, which have a bunch of special effects, which are similar to watching movies. They have gameplay elements and they have real life elements, and they incorporate different aspects that you would expect to see in a movie or in a quality video of a high budget video. Maybe that's my solution. Maybe that's my salvation to being able to break the mold on YouTube again and be able to make a return on my investment and be able to get 1,000 views a day. Maybe that's what I need to do. So rather than focusing on playing video games with decent gameplay and decent commentary that has edited footage that's too similar to everybody else, maybe I need to create video series that's similar to the Angry Nintendo Nerd, the Ira Gamer, DSP. Maybe that's what I need to do. And if you agree with me there, then just feel free to leave it in the comments. If you have a different idea, then feel free to leave it in the comments. If you disagree and you think that I could try to, I don't know, incorporate more humor or something, and just getting that computer will be my means to getting my foot in the door, then just let me know what you think. I'm completely baffled here what to do, because YouTube is the trends are changing so rapidly. But video games do have a very strong culture, so getting this computer could help me. I could stream video game footage. YouTube gets over 4 billion views a day. I really need to set my sights and focus on the right direction, and I essentially get one shot at this. If this computer, if I want to purchase this computer and I am unable to get the minimum level of viewership needed to get a partnership and make money off my videos to maintain the quality computer that I have, then essentially I'm done. So even if I were to be able to afford a computer in the future, let's just say another computer 10 years down the road, I wouldn't invest into it though. That's it though. That for me is my limit in terms of spending all this money to get a computer that could play video games without lag. I'll just play games on the consoles, and then I'll make videos. If I do make videos, I'll make videos as I do. So it's essentially a one-shot deal. Whereas this doesn't work, then I'm just recording with my video camera. But the days of spending $1 trillion on a computer are over though, because if I can't get what I originally intended to get out of the computer, then there's no true incentive of spending a myriad of money, an enormous amount of money to purchase a quality computer. Because I don't need a quality computer to be able to play video games on my consoles. In fact, I don't even need a computer for that at all. I don't need a quality computer to be able to watch movies on Netflix on my computer, to be able to watch videos on YouTube on my computer, to be able to type messages on my computer to communicate with other people. You don't need a $3,000 computer for that. Even professionals, unless even if they're just using Excel or using Microsoft Word or PowerPoint, or even using low-end software, they don't need a $3,000 computer to be able to do their work. I mean, from a lot of them may just have average computers or low-quality computers, because you don't need a computer that's excellent in order to engage in those activities that are related to relatively using a low amount of the computer's RAM to be able to engage in those business processes. So essentially this is a one-shot deal, and I don't know if it's worth taking the risk. And if this fails, though, what do I have for $3,000? I essentially have a computer that I could play video games on. Let's just pretend I don't get any views on my videos and I get this computer. I have a computer that I could play video games on. I have another console. And rather than being a gaming console, I have a console for PC video games. That's the way I look at it. There's even a computer that looks like a gaming console. It's the Alienware computer. But that's essentially what I get. So I'm essentially paying for a console, though. But I don't think it's reasonable to pay $3,000 for a console, though. I realize there's PC exclusive games, but they're not great enough where I would say, you know what, I need to just invest nearly every penny I have into this computer. They're not at that level. Okay, the device is full somehow. I thought I freed up space. Apparently it's not enough. No, it is just terrible that it's not on a disc. I have 15 gigs. This Xbox costed originally over $400. I'm just gonna rage quit. I'm retiring. You wanna know why? Because this right here is just ridiculous. I mean, just logically think about it. They give you 15 gigs, and you could get more memory, but if you want to replace your hard drive, though, you'd have to lay out more money. And if you want to transfer your files, then you need to get a memory card for the Xbox, which can barely hold any memory, and it takes forever to transfer in between hard drives by utilizing a memory card that may be able to store 4 gigs at the most. And it's just ridiculous that these games don't come on a disc. I'm willing to pay more money for a disc because I don't like dealing with having to store a game on the hard drive, because I'm limited on space. Because hard drive space is a fortune. And I also like having a tangible disc rather than owning intangible software. I'm just rage quitting. I mean, I don't want to have to delete kilobytes and delete my save files from video games, so when I replay them in the future, I have to start from level 1 again. So this is why I'm rage quitting this game. But let me know what you guys think about being able to get views. I mean, what should I do, though, without having to lay out money marketing my videos? I essentially saturated the free marketing by utilizing social media, and it has helped me, though, but it hasn't allowed me to get the level of viewership I once had. It's difficult on YouTube. There's a lot of competition. Everybody's essentially creating the same videos, though. Maybe I need to create creative videos. Maybe I need to get Photoshop, Sony Vegas, and that other computer, and spend months to create one video. I mean, I don't know, but please let me know in the comments below if you have any, if you could contribute anything, or if you have any idea. If you have any recommendations, if there's something I did wrong, just please let me know, and I'll gladly listen to any feedback, read your comments, and take your advice. So your word is very important to me, and it will be heard. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. I'm signing out.